All right, so the tenant was home, so I was able to get inside and see and verify. I basically was in the furnace room. That's the flue pipe for the chimney, the old one. Here's the new furnace pipe coming through. The leak was just about 1.5 feet or so off to the south of it. I'll plug a picture on the screen here. Well, if you go over about that distance, right here's the pipe I found. You can see water in it from either rain or condensation, because it will condensate. So either condensation catching and running back down as dripping in the cold time of it running, because you got hot fumes coming up in there, it's carrying moisture. Condensation from the evaporator, everything, taking the moisture out of your air. Actually, that runs through a condensation trap. It won't actually enter into the gases. I'm sorry, excuse me with that. But the warm flue pipe coming through here is condensating in the cold atmosphere, the cold environment in the attic, and running back down, as well as any rain running into that little pipe coming down and dripping out right here. So that is the issue. You can also look down into here and you can see it's kind of wet. It's been doing it for a while. It's dusty up here. I'm gonna put the GoPro on and we're going to clean, try to shake the water out of it, clean it, dry it down real quick, put some primer on there and glue, which I've got, and we will get this repaired for them. It looks like somebody did a really bad cut with a sawzall, jumped around, kind of cut crooked. I think we can save this, make it work. Everything else, as far as the roof deck, looks to be good. Nothing looks to be showing sign of coming in. So that kind of eliminates the other secondary concern of what I had, and possibly a cracked pipe or something. I don't think that's the case. We're gonna get at this and show you. Probably kind of a boring video, but whatever, let's do it. Again, I am not a plumber, so don't take what I say here for absolute certain, but I have plumbed my own home. So I think I have a glove. Yeah, let's try to get some of that cloth side in here and clean. I was going to do this from the top, and actually I'm kind of glad I didn't proceed, because I was thinking it was going to come straight down. It actually turns. It'd have been hard to get my hand through that little pipe boot down through here. If I couldn't have, I would have simply put the adapter back on and scheduled to come in, but since they're here, I figured I'd take this approach first. So this is wiped up. Feels dry to the finger now. Get some primer on that side. Let that sit a minute. Now, you plumbers, I do know my glue has been in the truck for a while. It's been in cold weather. It's probably kind of gelled up. Still got a little bit. It's gonna work. It's an old school asbestos chimney tile too, by the way. So there's the intake. They typically turn down. You're pulling ambient air into for the combustible gases on the furnace. That's fine. As far as your exhaust, this is also spewing out exhaust fumes in your attic. You want them to go through and get out of your house. All right, let's get some glue. I forgot to do a quick dry fit, but it'll work. Just hold that there for a few. I'm not exactly certain how PVC glue works, but I think the primer conditions it. When you put the glue on the two sides, I don't know, I just feel like it expands because it doesn't dry within 30 seconds. It almost feels like it expands and then physically locks it within 30 seconds or so. I like to take some of the excess and smear around it. There we go. So as I was saying, I want to take, yeah, it's definitely asbestos. Probably should have a respirator on, but that's the only place it is. Asbestos isn't bad unless it's in a powder form and you're breathing it in, so chances there's probably a little bit. There's probably a little in here, but I'm okay. Now, typically there's places you can take a sample and take it to a testing location. Here in Kokomo, Toby Pike Recycling. Hey Debbie, shout out. It's not very pricey at all to get them to test that. They typically FedEx it to a lab, I think in Jersey, and they will test that and tell you what types of asbestos there is, and percentages and things, but yeah, don't get into it. Kind of wanted to take my cheap digital microscope to that and see what it actually looks like under that. I plan on having a little playlist with the microscope showing different roofing materials, granules, just different various things, the asbestos, and making a short little segment of what does it look like up close. Let me know if you have a desire for that. Anyway, till next time, be safe and see you guys then.